Hi, Dara. I'm Tiffany, and I am one of the owners of Progress LLC. I'm a professional organizer as well as a chronic disorganization specialist.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Tiffany.
Thank
If you
you.
would, take a minute or two to tell us a little bit about your business and the focus of your work.
Sure. So I'm a professional organizer in the way that I assist seniors. There's a couple different categories that I assist them with. Um, I get a lot of calls for helping seniors that are aging in place that need help paring down, or it could also be excessive clutter, trip hazards, safety issues, that sort of thing. So I work a lot with clients that are aging in place. That would like to stay where they are, but just need to make sure that their home is safe. And also, if they have years and decades worth of items to help them kind of go through that side by side, help them with the decision making process, and get it to local resources if they want to donate or if they would like to sell the items, if they'd like to auction the items, that sort of thing. Another way that I assist seniors is the moving process. So sometimes I will get calls from seniors that need to pare down because they're moving out of state. And so instead of paying a whole bunch of money to move things that maybe we haven't used in years, um, we go through that process before they move, and then I can pull in outside resources that they might need help with. Or they're moving to an assisted living, or they're moving to independent living, or they used to be an independent and now they need to go to a smaller assisted living facility. And so, really helping them. We're working through how much space you have and what is really needed and wanted. That's really important in the new space, and working side by side with them to do that.
So, what do you enjoy most about the work that you do with seniors?
I think it's really fun. I enjoy helping people, but the stories that I hear while I'm working with clients and the kinds of things that we find that maybe they haven't seen in years and years, and to hear sometimes the stories behind those items is really fun. So it's enjoyable to hear the stories. It's enjoyable to help someone, especially some of the seniors I work with have physical limitations. And so to have a person work with them like me, to help them get them to where they need to go, is really enjoyable.
And what motivates you to do this work? What brought you to this kind of important work for seniors?
Sure. So before I moved to Idaho, I lived in Iowa. And it's one of those jokes, right? So I used to live in Iowa. And I actually worked for a year with adults, all kinds of, I had intellectual delay. I had clients with behavioral issues. I even had an adult client with Down syndrome. And so I was there working with them 5 days a week, and I really enjoyed that. And then I moved to Idaho and I worked at a behavioral health agency for 5 years. And so I really enjoyed serving and helping others that need some additional assistance. And I decided to kind of pivot because I enjoyed I really wanted to go back out into helping others. And so to be working with someone side by side, or possibly another family member involved, or multiple family members depending on the situation, to me it's a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment. And so I really wanted to get back out into helping someone and making a difference,
Out
one
into
person
the
at a time.
field. Yeah,
Yep.
one person at a time. I like
Yep.
that. So, is there a piece of advice you would share with our viewers about downsizing or professional organizing their space?
I mean, I probably could give lots of tidbits, but I would say if it's something that you're considering, the more time you allow yourself to start the process and go through the process, the better. If you have decades worth of items, and we're paring down either for safety reasons while you're aging in place, or eventually you might have to move to independent living. It is and can be very stressful. And so to be able to do that once or twice a month for an extended period of time is a lot easier, not only when you're making decisions and hundreds of decisions, but also as far as your stress level, it's a lot easier to do that over time. When people call and they say, hey, I have, a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, and we need to move in 3 weeks, that escalates not only the stress level, but I mean, it just overall, it's moving itself is stressful. But then when you're talking about all of your things, um, so the more time you allow for yourself to do this process, the easier it is for everybody, really.
Well, thank you so much for joining me to share a little bit about what you do and
Oh,
why you do it.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.